learn, that is rules for arithmetic. So see students, these rules we have learned in lesson number 3, whole numbers. Okay. So their commutative property of addition, commutative property of multiplication, associative property, like that we have learned. So those properties we can use, we can learn in more appropriate way, in more better way by using the letters. How I will show. Now see first property, commutative property of addition of two numbers. What is meant by commutative property? Means here 7 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 7. 7 plus 5, what is the answer? 12. And 5 plus 7, what is the answer? 12. Means though the positions interchange, the answer remains same. This is the commutative property of addition. The same, how to write the rule for this? So let one number be A, another be B. So A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is the rule we can write for the commutative property of addition. Now, commutative property of multiplication of two numbers. Means 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are also 6. That is commutative property of multiplication of two numbers. So, this, how to write in a rule form, in the form of rule? So, see here, A into B is equal to B into A. This like formula it becomes. Okay, this is the commutative property of multiplication. This is commutative property of addition. Third property we have learned, that is associative property of addition of numbers. Associative property of addition of numbers means what? Suppose these two numbers here, 2 plus 10 plus 18. Okay, whatever answer we will get by this, same answer we will get if we add these two numbers and then this. This is the associative property of addition. Now see, this is A, B and C. A plus B plus C, A plus B bracket plus C is equal, the answer will say if A plus B plus C. You can check it, see. 10 plus 2 is 12, 12 plus 18 is 30. Here, 10 plus 18 is 28 and 28 plus 2 is 30. Now both the side answer is same. This is the associative property where the addition of first two numbers, and in that addition if we add the third number, the answer remains same if we add last two numbers and in their additions we add the first number. That is A plus B bracket plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. This is the associative property of addition of numbers. Okay. So by using these letters or symbols, we can easily or effectively we can explain this property. Next, fourth property we have learned, that is associative property of multiplication of numbers. Now same like this only. Here addition was there, but here multiplication is there. So 5 into 2 into 3. Now multiplication of two numbers, and in that whatever answer will come, if we multiply it by the third number, the answer remains same when we multiply the last two numbers and in their answers we multiply the first numbers. First number, that is A into B into C is equal to A into B bracket into C. This is the associative property of multiplication. Already we have learnt it in lesson number 3. Now fifth property is distributive property of multiplication over addition of number. So see here example 7 into 53. So distributive property means what? Here 53 I distribute it, means I will split it into 50 plus 3. So 7 into 53, whatever answer I will get after multiplication of this, the same answer I will get when I will do 7 into 50 plus 7 into 3. This is the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. So see here, if this is A into B into C, now you will say what is B and what is C? So B 53, it is split into 50 plus 3, where 50 is B and this is C. Okay, so A into B into C is equal to A into B plus A into C. We have to multiply this. We have to multiply inside the bracket. That is 7 into 15 plus 7 into 3. That is A into B plus A into C. This is the distributive property of multiplication over addition of numbers. We'll solve practice 7.2. Question number 1. The side of an equilateral triangle is shown by A. Equilateral triangle means a triangle whose all three sides are equal. Okay. So it is shown by A. Then express the perimeter of the equilateral triangle using A. Perimeter means what? Perimeter is nothing but the addition of all the sides. So how to express the perimeter? Perimeter of a triangle we can express by using A, that is 3 into or 3A. Why 3A? Because if all sides are equal, correct? So A means 3 times A, correct? Addition of A plus A plus A, 3 times addition, that is we can write 3 into A. So what will be the perimeter of this equilateral triangle using A? 3A. Okay. Next, second one. The side of a regular hexagon given alongside is denoted by S. Hexagon. Now hexagon, how many sides do it have? Does it have 6 sides? Okay. The hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each side is expressed as denoted by S. Express the perimeter of the hexagon using S. So, what will be the perimeter of hexagon? Now again, perimeter is nothing but addition of all the sides. That is, all these 6 sides we have to add. So, the answer will be 6 into S, that is 6S. Okay. 6 times addition is nothing but 6 multiplied by S. Okay. Number 3. The side of a regular octagon is denoted by X. Express the perimeter of the octagon in terms of X. Now octagon. Octagon means what? 8 sides. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides it has. Octagon means. And its side is denoted by X. And again we have to express its perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but addition of all the sides. So what it will be? 8 sides are there. Each side is of X. We have taken it, considered it as X. So how to write? Perimeter is equal to, instead of adding 8 times X, we can express it in the form of multiplication also. Okay, that is 8 into X. Next, the base of an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means what? A triangle whose 2 sides are equal. Okay, called as isosceles triangle. So the base of an isosceles triangle is 5 cm. Now this is the base. It is of 5 cm. Length of each of its equal sides is denoted by S. Now these equal sides are there. Their length is denoted by S. Express the perimeter of this triangle in terms of S. Now, so what will be the perimeter of isosceles triangle? It is again nothing but the addition of all the sides. So see here, these 2 times S, 2 times Y, because S plus S, 2 times S plus 5, 2 into S plus 5. Okay, so S plus 5. So S plus S means 2 times S plus 5. This will be the perimeter. Question number 5. A cube is a 3-dimensional figure alongside. It has 6 faces and all of them are identical squares. Identical means same. The length of an edge of the cube is given by A. Find the formula for the total length of the edges of a cube. Now we have to find the formula for the total length. So how many sides are there? That we have to find out first. Okay. Now look at here, students. We'll count it. This 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 side 5. Then 6, 7. This 8, 9, 10. This 11 and this side 12. Okay. So total how many sides are there? Edges are there to the cube? 12. You can see from here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And one more it remained. This 12. Correct? So 12 sides. Each side is denoted by A. So what will be the formula? Total length is equal to edges and side it is denoted by A, so 12A, this formula. Okay. Next, sixth one. It has been established that the ratio of circumference of a circle to its diameter, ratio of circumference of a circle to its diameter. Circumference is denoted by C, diameter is denoted by D, the ratio is denoted by C upon D. It is always constant and that constant is denoted by pi. Okay, this symbol is called as pi. If radius of a circle is given r, find the formula for circumference of the circle. Now here diameter, the ratio of circumference to diameter is constant. This is given. And we have to find the formula for circumference of the circle. Okay. If radius of a circle is given. Now students, do you know diameter is nothing but 2 times of radius, correct? So instead of D we can use here 2 into R is equal to pi, correct? We want only formula for circumference, so therefore circumference is equal to this 2 into R will be right here. So the formula will become 2 into pi into R. This is the formula to find out the circumference of the circle when radius is given. And here, at first they had given diameter by taking ratio. And then they asked us to find out the formula for circumference of the circle when radius R is given. Followed? So the formula is equal to 2 pi R. Next topic we are going to learn, that is algebraic expressions. Expressions with variables. Now again recall the terms. At first I have explained, but again we will recall. What is meant by variable? So variable. A variable is a letter. The value of the variable can change or vary. A variable is nothing but a letter, whatever we are using to write a rule or any formula. Okay, that letter is nothing but variable, and its value is keep on changing. It may vary. Next, constant. So what is meant by constant? A constant is a number. Its value does not change but stays constant. Constant, from the name itself we come to know. Its value, it is a number. Okay, from the expression, if the number is there, the number is called as a constant and its value never changes. It remains same. Next. So, by using variable and constant, we can form an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is a combination of variables and constants with basic mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. Okay. So when constants along with variables and with basic operations like addition, subtraction and multiplication and division is there, when this combined will be right, that whatever forms is called as a algebraic expression. For example, 3n plus 1. Here n is variable, 1 is constant. Okay, this value will never change, but the value of n can change. Next is 2r. Here also variable and constant is there, so this is also an example of algebraic expression. Okay. Our next topic is when to use, or which words will give us the sense. That words are called as buzzwords, and that we are going to learn here. Okay. Now suppose in the statement, if the words are there add, some, increased by, more than, then that means we have to do addition. We have to use plus sign there. Okay. If in the statement means if the statement is given something and their word comes subtracted from, subtracted by, decreased by, less than, or difference, these words are there, then we have to use subtraction sign, minus sign. For multiplication, which words are there? Times, multiplied by, product of, twice, thrice, 4 times, etc. If these words are there, then we have to use multiplication sign. Now next is division, divided by, quotient, any fraction. Then if these words are there in the statement, that means we have to use division sign. Next is equality. When to use equality sign? When there are the words like is, was, were, given, any form of verb, to be, or gives. If these like these words are there, then we have to use equality sign. So by using these buzzwords,